Hi and welcome back. In this episode, I would like to share you some of the data types we can use in R. And in this episode, we will focus on vectors. What is an integer in R? Okay, there are different ways to assign values in R. One of them is using the equal symbol. We can also use something like this, like an arrow. But what is the difference between one and the other one? Maybe you can ask, what is an integer? Okay, the difference here is using this L to tell R, okay, this is an integer, the other one is not. You just use it as a numeric value. Like this. Class, integer, typeof, integer. What is the difference between these two functions? Okay, class is like a superset, typeof is like a subset. In this case, because an integer is a numerical value, will not have any difference in this case. But what if I use the other explanation? Numeric of double. Can you see now the difference between this expression and this expression here? Okay. And the different usage from or of class and typeof. Class was the subset is numeric, not integer anymore, or is numeric, but I can see the exact type of numeric value I'm working here, of double. Other way to say that it's double, using decimals. Here we have a logical value, and we can check here logical. Negative value, double, because it's like this explanation here. And here we have some strings, and the class is character, type of character. How to generate data in R? We can create a sequence from 1 to 100 in this case, and we can see it. I haven't assigned that to any variable, so it's not saved in memory. So I can create a sequence of numbers from 1 to 4 with a space of 0.25. We can see here. Output. Also, I can say it like this, but saying, okay, my expression will have a length of 9, that means 9 elements, from 1 to 5. R will calculate the space between all the numbers we will have from 1 to 5 to achieve length of 9. Let's see. 5. That means that the space between each element is 0.5. Rep is this repeat. What is repeat? Rep, in this case, is repeat. We're going to repeat 1 many times. This is what we're saying to R. Repeat this 20 times. And here, well, we're saying repeat 5 times. It's easy to see. And we can also use this expression to say, okay, repeat me this 1 4 times, and rep. Look, we can concatenate different repetitions for 2. And what it's gonna give us, you see? Okay, how can we extract number from the keyboard? That means that we're going to obtain a data from the user using the function scan. Here we have to give some values, for example, 10, 11, 4. And what happens if I insert a negative value? 0.2, 0.8. And for finishing, we press the space button, enter. There it is. We can see the values we just typed here. This is one way to expect a value from the user. Now to the main point, vector. You just saw me using a vector here when I was concatenating two repetitions. Here we can see how to assign a variable a numeric vector. Why I call it numeric? Because we only have numbers here. We can see it. A is our variable with how many elements? 6 elements. We can count, but in this case I want to show you how to use the function length. Also, we can create a character vector, B, a logical vector, using true, false, true, true, true. And what if I mix this? For example, what if I create a vector with B? This one is a character vector, but I'm going to assign 5. That means that I'm mixing strings in numbers. Oh, what happened here? Can you see? R cannot handle numeric values and string values in the same expression for creating a vector. That means a vector is one single data type element. Okay, one single data type elements. Okay, we are going to use numeric vectors or character vectors, logical vectors. Okay, important to remark. Let's see some functions that we can use with vectors. Here I have some height in centimeters, and I would like to use the function sort. We're going to sort data, and also I'm saying, okay, save it in my variable x. And we have here x. It's already sorted, as you can see. How to extract information? There are different ways. One of these is here. I'm using these brackets. I'm saying, okay, give me my first element. In R, it's important to know the index starts in 1. There are other programming languages where the index starts in 0, so it's important to remark R starts in 1. This is the fourth element. And here I'm saying, okay, go from element 1, not the value 1, important to know, to element 2 to element 4. Okay. Here, sum. We're going to sum all the elements where in X. All the elements, the sum of all the elements in this numeric vector give us 2567. I already used length, in this case is 16 elements. Mean, we calculate the mean is other way to calculate the same thing would be here because of the definition of mean. Here I would like to show you how to print the one value or one function with an expression. There is a problem with R when we want to use the function print directly between two outputs, in this case the expression here, min, and the function value min. We cannot use it like this directly. We have to use the function paste 0 or paste. We will obtain something that some of you maybe have used in other programming language. Paste, okay, an expression, and then the value I would like to print. Okay, if you recall, C was a logical value, logical vector, and I would like to calculate the mean of true, 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 false, true, false. Oh, dear Lord, what is the answer? Give us an answer, 0.66. Okay, what R does is, okay, it associates true as 1 and false as 0. So it sums up all the 1 and zeros and the number of elements in C. In this case is 6 elements, 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, that means 4, divided by 6. This is what R has done. Four divided by 6. And it prints 0.6. Okay. Mod, we could think about more frequent number. However, this is not that function you were expecting. Is the standard deviation, and also we can create my own function like this, squared for square root. Inside, all this is the definition of standard deviation, the same value, right? But of course, I'm going to use this for practical purpose. Var, the variance. Variance is not more than the standard deviation square root 2. Structure. What is a structure? The structure of one element or data type in R. In this case, we're going to see just a simple expression, numeric vector with 16 elements going from 1 to 16. And also, if you haven't seen yet, this is how R shows us here the values, here to the right, in the column here to the right. R is always giving us the structure of one variable we're using in this moment here. For example, B is a character vector with 3 elements. C, logical vector with 6 values. Okay. Length, we'll talk about that. D, the dimension, but in this case, we are working at single dimension, what it prints null. Nrow, we're working with no rows, no columns, or no columns. In next videos, we will see in matrices or data frames used for how to use this. Typeof, double attributes. It cannot give us anything yet. And what it does, C bind and R bind. C stands for columns. That means that we're going to merge the vector A and the vector B as one. But how? Column by column. One column for A, one column for B. Column by column. The problem here, as you can see, is A was a numeric vector and B was a character vector. So when we merge them, now we don't have A as a numeric vector anymore. All this expression give us a two-column character vectors. In R, with row by row, one row for A, one row for B. Okay. And what would happen if these two vectors have different length? It's important to know. They have the same length, but what happens if for example, I try to R bind X with a length of 16 and B? What it could happen? Warning message. So you can see X is R prints all X. However, it has to repeat B as many times to complete 16 elements. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There is a problem when we're trying to merge two vectors with different length. So how are we going to fix this problem? Or if maybe not a problem, we're going to take advantage of merging two different length vectors. That's what we're going to talk about next. Okay, I hope you like this video.